Welcome, everyone. This is Pine of News, and you're listening to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at Blaze's and LOTRO, and here at LOTRO Players. And this week we have with us Terry Adwin,
Hi.
Sanswinda,
Hello.
Guarendis,
Hello, everyone.
Calabathian. Calabathian?
Cricket.
And Krister.
I said hidey ho, y'all, and apparently nobody heard me because I accidentally hit the button.
Krister, your voice has changed.
I know.
Why, thank you. Oh, wait, I'm playing Calabathian right now. Why, thank you. Yeah, it has.
And tonight, in the role of Calabathian.
Oh, the understudies are at it again.
Yeah.
Let us head into our Bower update for this week. We have another Update 32 beta for Bower. This is the second beta for this, where they're once again showing off the Erebor housing. And pretty much not much. I'm sure they've done all sorts of tweaking in there for the housing in there. They also adjusted the stand-in prices that they're having for it, maybe getting closer to what the final prices will be for that.
For a second there, I was hoping that you said something about that they had adjusted the size of the mountain of coins that you could dive into and swim around in. And I'm like, did they make it bigger?
I don't know if they adjusted that any or not. I did not check that out.
That's hilarious.
Now, in addition to this, they also had several other changes in there that are to test out something for next week's update. Next week is probably on Wednesday, but you know how those things sometimes get delayed. Is that for this update, they have all these little fixes in there that they're going to have, and that's so they're also testing those for next week's update in addition to the housing update. Now, of course, next week is not update 32. That's another 31 dot whatever update. And we'll probably go over all those on next week's release on what all is in there. So I'm not going to read everything that's in there for the moment, since, of course,
Are you talking about all this updating to the High Elf specific dialogue? That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's
actually recognizing High Elves now?
Yeah, that's good that they're finally getting around to do that.
So in like 3 years, we can expect them to have stout axes?
Yeah, the stout axe that perhaps stout axe specific dialogue for all those stout axes in Mordor.
Yeah.
We can only hope that one day they'll do that. Now, Cordovan said that there's a possibility of another Bulwer update next week, where they might give us our first look into the new legendary award system. We'll see if they finally have that in place or not, and see where that's going. But that, of course, is still going to be on Bulwer. So that's it for that little update. So now let's head into the Beacon, where it looks like we have something from Gundabad, it looks like.
That's Glooming Tarn. That's Glooming Tarn. That's the Forge.
Okay, that's at the Forge at Glooming Tarn. I guess that makes sense. See, you've recognized that Forge on sight.
Yes. And I play an elf.
And you played an elf.
Yeah, but you've actually been playing in Gundabad, unlike me.
Well, you'll get there.
Yeah. Let's head into our community spotlights, where Stargazer Lily has spent 4 days making a new video featuring music written specifically for the tour of Middle-earth, and you get more information of that in the LOTRO forums. Trowfaz has created a new guide for installing wine on your Mojave back, and you can read more about this tech project in the LOTRO forums.
Okay, big shout out to him, because he's the one who got me back into LOTRO last year after they had changed the wine, their server, their client that they offer through the LOTRO site. So yeah.
Also, I was about to say the way that I would install wine at any point is to get a bottle and set it next to the Mac.
No, that's actually a really bad idea when you're trying to fix it. Trust me, I also tried that myself.
The
That's
real
probably more installing the wine in yourself than on the Mac.
Details. It did drive me to drink.
yes. Yes. The Real Housewives of Belfalas have announced that Rivendell Green is the 2022 color of the year, and you can find out why on the LOTRO forums.
Okay, at least it's a decent green.
Yes. And the founders of the Shire are holding a series of monthly chats aimed at helping people play different classes. Read more about the classy discussion effort in the LOTRO forums.
That's an update. They've done that in the past too. They're pretty interesting if you have somebody on Landerval and want to join in. I don't know if they're going to do the old ones are still, I think, on YouTube, but they cover a little bit of everything, and you know, from beginner type questions up to I'm at in game. What should I be trading again?
And they're held at 7 p.m. on the first Sunday of each month. So that means they've already held the January one, which was on The Guardian. And then for the rest of the year, then follow. But they're going through many of the old ones first. Like they have Minstrels and Hunters and Burglar. Warden seems to be a little early because that one's in May. And then Captain, Champion, then Runekeeper in August. September will be Lore Master, Bjornings in October, and then the Brawlers in November.
Well, that makes sense because by November, maybe people will actually know how to play the brawler.
Yeah, I guess
And they'll
you
have
get
figured
one
out the DPS.
You know how it's really easy to play a brawler. You just hit stuff.
Well, I mean, that's
Doesn't
kind of how I
matter
play my
how.
hunter.
It doesn't matter
With
how.
arrows.
You just hit it.
It's as key mashing as my champion is. I love it.
Occasionally, you might knee it or chunk a mug at it, but usually you just smack it with a fist.
Yeah, and instead of installing wine, you install grog, and then you're ready to play your brawler.
Or ale, or, you know.
Let's head to the concert calendar, where the 12th Night Ball takes place on Sunday, January 9th on Landreval. That means that you'll have to be catching an early post of this if you're going to be able to catch that on time.
Did they use a V in that word 12?
Yeah. Possibly
In-
typo.
That may have not been their fault either.
I know, it's making my brain twitch right now. Just continue quickly.
Yeah, it's making your...
My English teacher brain is twitching, going, eh.
Calabathian, one time I
will
spelled
tell you,
Cincinnati with
though,
a 5.
I
What?
am reading... Hold it. Calabathian, I will tell you, though, that I am looking at the original poster, and the original poster does spell 12th correctly.
Okay, so that's okay. What were you saying, Krister?
I don't remember now. It was insulting, though.
Okay. But yes, if it's a typo, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's okay. It's not okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's move on.
Anyway,
Breathe.
it's Cordovan. It's Cordovan who doesn't know how to spell 12.
Cord! You've made my brain twitch. Quit.
Yeah. All right. Winter stock begins on January 14th. You can read more about this massive 4-day concert on Landreval in the LOTRO forums. And Monsters of the Rock is looking for bands on Crick Hollow, and you can read more about this unique musical event in the LOTRO forums.
That reminds me of
Wait,
this one
since when did
CD.
creeps get instruments?
And is it that big rock in the moors that everyone would like gather around and meet at? But no, it kind of reminded me of that one CD compilation way back in the day, Monsters of Rock. Monsters of Rock, and it had all these rock songs on it. And
It's
this is
closer
Monsters
to
of
that
Rock.
than the
Yeah.
because it's Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, Slayer, Ozzy, Dio, Scorpions, Iron Maiden, and such. So that's what they're dropping in the.
So basically, everything that monsters would be listening to in LOTRO near the big
Rock or
rock
heavy
on the
metal.
moors. Yeah, I can see that.
They're in the pony.
Yeah,
the pony.
orcs and the wargs and everything. They're out there jamming to Megadeth. I can see that. So
yes, the date of the concert is on February 26th, and signups will remain open until January 28th.
See, you guys are all making fun of it right now, but we're going to discover that Elrond listens to Limp Bizkit, and that's going to blow everybody. Wait, I thought you'd listen to like classical. No, that's the ogres.
I picked him more for an Incubus kind of guy, but anyway.
Pardon me while I burst into flames. Elrond, no! The wedding's not that bad, okay? I mean, I know you have to make the journey, that long, long journey with your twins, but come on.
Oh well.
That's not the twins that make that journey really long. It's Arwen.
Well, Arwen's staying behind.
Not for the wedding, she's not.
No, but like after the wedding, because he's all like sad during the wedding, like mopey, and then he's going to be going over the sea without his Arwen, but he's going to have to go with the twins, and I'm like, he's sailing into the uttermost west with the uttermost most twins.
I mean, you've ran the Battle of the Forge, right? You can understand why he's mopey.
Yeah. Time to make the donuts. Time to marry my daughter.
I think Elrond goes into the west by himself. He leaves the boys behind.
He throws them over the ship railing into the ocean at some point.
They're still young enough to hang out for a little bit longer. He's just done.
He punts them over the rail with some rocks tied to their feet.
Yeah, well, that's because Elrond's used to using this ring for the last 3,000 years.
He has the ring of air or water? Because isn't it Gandalf has the ring of fire, or is it Galadriel that has the ring of fire?
Gandalf has the ring of fire. And Galadriel has the ring of firmament.
Okay, so which one does Elrond have?
I always forget which one he had.
Vilya.
The other one. He has the other one.
It's air.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called air, but I always think of it as water because of what he does to the Brunnen during the final chase across.
I think that's more a matter of him having control of his domain, and the water goes through Rivendell itself.
I suppose so.
Besides, there's water, and then there's water being pushed around by wind. So go to the shores of Lake Superior. Trust me, water pushed around by wind, it's not to be played with.
Yeah, I spent 5 years looking at that stuff, so I know what you mean. Let's head into the Kin Hall. Situational awareness is returning kinship playing on Treebeard that is looking for more members. This kinship started as a progression rating kin on Arkenstone, and the group is looking to recruit in-game minded players. Read more in the LOTRO forums. Of course, in-game is on Treebeard is, well, right now it's level 50, though. That's going to get Moria's coming out on Treebeard next Wednesday.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm trying to imagine Moria on like Deadly or Deadly Plus anything. Oh. As if trying not to fall off things in the dark wasn't enough of a problem.
Let's head into our weekly comment. You open a geode not to find your expected secondary geological formation, but rather
More
blank.
jade gemstones.
A
Candles.
lizard.
Dwarf
A-
candles.
I would say a little tiny carved dwarf toy, thus being the first ever occurrence of a kinder egg.
I would like to think also that, I would open my geode to find a smaller geode, and then I would open that one and find an even smaller geode. And or maybe you open the geode and there's a dragon, and oops, that wasn't actually a geode, that was a dragon egg.
Oh well, I was thinking, how about a dwarven house? Though I suppose it'd be more likely a toy of a dwarven house, but
Open a geode and out pours a bunch of dwarven gold.
yes, that's a dwarven gold.
And then you swim in it.
Little tiny picks and shovels.
Tiny picks and shovels. Let's head to the fan site news, where Telemectar presents the epic video series called The Long Winter 2, The Legend of Helm Hammerhand. Read more and watch the videos on the LOTRO forums. Fibro Jedi offers his own thoughts about how to improve the Yuletide Festival in his new post, and you can read more on his blog.
Sorry, in my head I'm going The Long Winter 2, Electric Boogaloo. So, but continue.
I have the images of Help Hammerhand doing breakdancing.
Wonderful.
He's doing the worm across.
Yes. Deco de Malou looks back at 2021 and ahead to 2022 in a new letter. And you read more about that on the Deco de Malou blog. Wandering Arda finds Lorien Gold. You could get a new outfit for a new year over on this cosmetic blog. Cosmetic LOTRO also gets fresh for 2022 with a snow-themed outfit. You see that over at Cosmetic LOTRO. Yamde Aragon is looking for your seasonal housing screenshots. Read more and check out the Twitter feed in the LOTRO forums. And the Laurel and Hobbit Yule video took more than 40 volunteers to make. See this year's video over on YouTube. And LOTRO Stream is your first stop to find LOTRO on Twitch. This week, Winnie adventures into Dunland B4 works on a soliloquy of spirit, and Red Baron kicks off the new year. And also on Twitch, Kathai quests in a Russian language stream, Gussie Marie spreads love, not hate, and Stina adventures in Gundabad. And over on YouTube, Winsbrout runs Gundabad in a German language stream, and Dang takes a look at Erebor housing, and Holly
Berry?
Holly Berry presents the Hooch and Why 2020 collection. The Who and Why.
Now we can have the hooch and why. Why the hooch? Because
Holly's not usually at BBB.
And last week we found a heffalump. And BioBreak plans for the new year.
Yes, Krister, we did.
Yes. Now let's head into the screenshot of the week, where the LOTRO Screenshots kicks all 2022 with this amazing shot of the Lost Temple in the Troll Shaw. So you can
That's a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I didn't even realize it was the Lost Temple until I read the caption. Find LOTRO screens on Twitter. Submit your screenshot for consideration by emailing it to lotro@sandstonegames.com.
From inside the temple? That's from inside the temple, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's what I thought. That could be why Pineleaf doesn't recognize it, because he probably hasn't done that instance very often.
once, maybe twice. Let's head into the store sales. And Terry, what's on sale this week?
Well, let's see. You get the weekly coupon is a free Battle Potion of Restoration with coupon code BattleRest. And we've got 30% off select housing decorations, select housing sets, housing property rates, and select clothes. Now through January 13th.
Housing property writs, y'all. Because there's going to be some housing coming up. Get them, get them, get them.
I say grab them now before update 32 in Erebor housing.
Because you're going to want to get something and then, dive into the gold.
I'll just go visit friends.
You just go visit friends. Yes. Get a free dive into gold.
It sounds like our friends are going to have some nice houses.
Yeah. Be shame something bad happened to them, like people swimming in their gold.
It's like the best ball pit ever.
Let's head into our week in gaming. Killabathian, what were you up to?
Well, since I haven't been here, a couple weeks back, we rolled some new characters on Laurelin, all hobbits, for a balanced group on Tuesdays. And I took Cleopuncha there because we as a group, Pine, Sands, and I were the group. I took her there because we decided I would tank and that, if we needed the DPS, then, hey, that brawler sounds, we can do that. I was then urged during our shenaniganry to lead the way as the tank, as if I don't get lost in a one-room house with a single door. I will get lost in a one-room house with a single door. That's how lost I get. And, But hey, in that same vein of where the heck am I? Friday's group, this Friday, in Moria, found my champion riding a pig through some orange-named enemies looking for where the group went off to, because Moria plus Calabathian's tracking abilities equals panic. You did not know that formula in math. It's there. I think it's an algebraic equation, much like y equals mx plus b. Though, given this is Moria, which I believe is one long adrenaline rush from terror, as it's due to not seeing where stairs might be, as Guer mentioned earlier. Yes. Every time I go through Moria, there's always a moment where I'm running along and all of a sudden I clench in the adrenaline spurts because I'm like, oh, and I'm okay. Sometimes not. Sometimes
you have to perfect the art of turning your character 90 degrees to kind of look over the edge to see if there are really stairs there or not.
Yes, you like turn and you kind of like eyeball it from the side, like, is that a trap? Okay, yes it is. I'm glad I didn't make that step. And in Star Wars, my Republic trooper went looking for a super secret stealth generator the enemy had on a ship, and much like my attempts to find a good and proper taco salad in New York State, got burned repeatedly during it. Like, literally burned, though, because there were these traps that I had to disarm, and if I tried to go behind them, there would be like, psh, and fire, and...
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at what you were trying to do. It was your analogy.
Well, there was also that.
Are you saying you can't get a decent taco salad?
Oh, man, don't even get her started. Okay. like, seriously, this has been a thing for... How many months have you been up here now?
Since beginning of September.
Yeah, it's been a thing.
There are no taco salads in New York State.
Oh, okay.
There are taco salads, but there are no taco salads.
Remember, she comes from Texas, so
where you actually get a proper taco salad.
Well,
you could choose an edible tortilla bowl or not, but it is a proper taco salad. And
LOTRO Players episode 441, in which Calabathian goes through withdrawal.
Yes, apparently so. It's like,
the taco salads here have been salads
I know.
with some
She's
tortilla
going to
chips.
eat. I know what's going to happen is she's going to finally learn of a restaurant that has a proper taco salad and find out that it's on an Orient Point in Suffolk County. That's about as far away from where you're at as you can get.
I would make the drive if I had the money. I was also surprised that apparently they have Dairy Queens up here. I'm like, I thought that was a southern thing, but apparently not. I bet they have taco salads.
It's not near us.
No, I think the nearest one is like Webster, but I bet they have taco salads.
No,
Maybe.
they'll have chili corn dogs.
I can handle that. But no. And then, the first time I had a taco salad here was down the road, and they had freaking broccoli in it. What the?
You realize that this is the universe telling you that you just need to learn to make your own taco salad.
No, I actually considered that, and I totally would. I totally would, if I could. Yes, because I would get my tortilla, my flour tortilla, or no, corn, something. I would get the tortilla, and I would make the bowl, and I would fry the bowl, and I would put stuff into the bowl, and then I would have my taco salad. Otherwise, I like this state. There's just no taco salads. I mean, there's salads that they pretend that has like taco meat in it, and then they like toss you some tortilla chips like here, but that's not a taco salad. Yeah.
Oh well.
But yes, Krister, how about you, man? Have you found a good taco salad lately? I mean, how has your week been?
But that wasn't my focus this week. My focus became Elder Scrolls Online when I picked it up, and
One of us.
that's right.
Yes.
And I think I did a brilliant fake out by incompetently constructing my character initially, and instead of the gigantic muscle-bound idiot I had this scrawny little tiny orc. But I soon corrected it, and then I think I've shown you guys that if I become focused on something, I can get a lot of stuff accomplished in short order, because now my guy's 37 now, and I'm having a blast. So yes, it's been fun. Thank you for the recommendation, and it's been a lot of fun. Seeing
But how did you make a character that has a negative amount of magicka?
Somehow I find that way. I find that secret code that unlocks the most unfortunate thing you can. But in LOTRO, had some good news this week when we had our Friday event. We had some of our long missing veterans coming back, and so it's starting to feel a little bit like we're getting be able to put some raids together here soon. So we're all looking forward to that. And then I decided for my Christmas present to myself, since I exactly know what I want, I got a bunch of paints and some miniatures, and I'm going to do some miniature painting because I haven't done that in many, many years, and I used to like doing it. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that. And Guer, you have been instrumental in my success in ESO, and so super thank you. And how was your last week?
Well, my pleasure, good sir. I did do some stuff in LOTRO. My high elf minstrel ran skirmishes in healing stance with pretty much everybody that was on the podcast and whoever else was around last week. That was a lot of fun. It was very exciting to finally get a chance to practice on more than a dwarf champion, and still managed to keep most people alive, except for when the stupid got too powerful all of a sudden. But sorry,
Are you referring to me?
No, no. We still haven't figured out how that one thing that got Sans on Storm and Methodist. But anyway, something reflected back on her.
That was pretty bad.
But I also managed to finish the Slayer deeds in Cloven Gap on Guer, and then went back to Carbronic. Good God, SSG. What is up with the numbers that we need? Although, fortunately, I was checking, and it would appear I just about hyperventilated because somebody in Kin Chat had said, "Oh well, no, I think to finish Iron Crown Slayer and Carbonic, you have to do like 360. Well, to get the deed completed, you only have to do 240. But there's still a whole other tier, and it's going to bother me until I finish it. So 360 Iron Crown, 360 Angrim, Dour Hands, Hillman. Yeah, what's up with that? Anyway, I did watch The Birth of a New Player, Krister in ESO. It has been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying helping you out and trying to drag you and direct you the best I can to make sure you get all your skill lines unlocked, because Krister's even more squirrel than Girls of Middle-earth, and that's saying something. I'm telling you. And also watched him die the same night he was born to a dragon in Northern Elsewhere that we all decided, oh, let's go look at the dragon.
Over and over again, too.
Wait.
The dragon. I guess we're fighting a dragon now.
He went to a dragon on his first day.
That was my first kill in ESO.
I was so proud of him because he pulled like me. He was like a level 7 or level 5 or something, and this dragon is here, and he's like, I'm gonna get it. And I was so proud. I did that at level 7. I was like, yeah.
I provided the cannon fodder for that particular dragon fight.
It was also fun
great.
unlocking all the Alliance skill lines today, too, so that everybody could have fast horses. That was fun running around. I also, in ESO, on my own, I took my Dragon Knight out into the world and leveled almost 10 levels this week on her, just having a lot of fun. And I took on a group boss just outside Daggerfall with one other random player who had got started and was just about to get wiped out, and I managed to run up in time to throw down the only healing skill I had for the resto staff on my back bar. But we ended up taking that group boss down together, and we were both under 50. That was fun, and that was after I'd taken down the Delve boss down the hill by myself. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Dragon Knight. Not that I'm going to give up my main, but I'm really enjoying the Dragon Knight. Sans, what have you got up to this week?
Well, this week, Knuckle Sandwich on Landerval successfully made it to level 20 without major incident. At level 19, with the quest to go see Candice in my pocket, I thought about Pineleaf's words of wisdom and killed orcs outside Cyrdan's cabin first. Yeah, it went well. So much better than heading into the Orc of the Lowland camp by myself at level 19.
Yes.
And Sans, Runtfelt is in love with your brawler's name.
I'm so glad.
He was beside himself with Knuckles Sandwich. So you hit it out of the park.
I was so happy with this name. And Knuckles Sandwich is now level 130.
Awesome, congrats.
There was a magic whooshing that happened. And I'm so excited to try this out in Gundabad. It'll take a little bit more rearranging of the skills, I think. But I am really excited about this and hopeful that she will be up for some group content fun too, because her name's awesome and she needs more group time.
Oh, well, I was wondering, because I've got a mini that's around that level that...
Oh, cool.
Maybe we could arrange something.
I punch and you help me stay alive. I like
Right.
this plan. Or, you just, orbit everything.
Orbit everything.
You send them all to orbit, destroy them from orbit, however you want to do it. You're the mini. No, we can work out something, probably. And I ventured further into Moria on the field trip after acquiring some new allies, which was quite the process. Apparently, destroying all my allies was not the smartest thing that I ever did when I was protesting allies. But I had enough ancient script that it worked out. And my hunter got herself some pretty decent level 50-ish allies. And yeah, they worked even against the orange mobs that we rode through and back through and through again. And besides the instance where my Bjorning seemed to be made of flimsy paper, Most of the rest of the LOTRO adventuring was pretty tame. I think I've got the Bjorning fixed up though, Gore. So, hopefully no more just falling flat as soon as mobs look at it.
No more
Good.
tissue bear.
Hopefully no more tissue bear. Respent the points and actually put them hopefully in places where they'll do more good. So maybe this is part of what happens when your bear gets respect and you forget like how you had them spec'd. I don't know. And then in ESO I started the Citic Order questline on 2 alts. If only the Citic quest line was easier to complete, I'd be so much happier about this. But it started on 2 more alts, and I love having it unlocked. I just am not super fond of unlocking it, so hopefully with some friends and company, it will be a great adventure and not a super drag.
Exactly.
It's kind of fun. It's cool scenery. But I wish there was a way to be like, and you did it once, now all your characters can do it very fast. Alas. But that was my week. How was your week, Terry?
Well, I haven't been on in a while, but I am just going to talk about this week. Because I managed to join the Academy for some Moria shenanigans. Not a lot, because stuff, and Tuesdays are apparently really bad days for me because I come home and I do dinner and then I crash and then somebody doesn't come down and poke me and say, "Hey, let's game."
That's because somebody was basically of the mind that when you fell asleep, you did not want to be woken up.
No. So basically, yeah, I've been sleeping through the Tuesday sessions because somebody didn't realize that it was okay to come down and wake me up. Like, if I'm not responding to electronic pings, obviously I am not awake. Come poke me!
Yes. Mr. Bear, are you awake? Poke, poke, poke.
Find a long poking device and
Why
nudge
did you get
the
a
dog
10-foot
under her
pole?
elbow and she will wake up.
And then I logged in on Terry and I got another hobby deer in the gold present, so that was cool. Lots of questing in ESO, so much questing. I was also able to witness Krister's first day in ESO, which is just hilarious. I'm nowhere near clearing out quest logs on any of my characters because you finish one quest and you get 2 more. And this is counterproductive for actually feeling like you've accomplished things. But somehow I've managed to feel like I accomplished things because, what did we do? Oh, we did a group boss. We did a world boss as a group today, and I'm now 1 world boss closer to my Glenumbra completion. So yay! And then actually back a little bit, Calabathian and I ran our Star Wars characters, the Bounty Hunter Sniper duo, and finished out the class quest, which it was fun and exciting getting to see her reaction to that reveal. Because I've been dying to not have to spoil, and yeah, now she knows the story behind Hunter, and I was very satisfied because that reaction went predictably about as well as I thought it was going to go. So Pineleaf, how about you?
I'll start with my honor warden, who interrupted the keeping of a second promise. That, of course, has to do with the Karazgar storyline up in the, I guess, the Black Book of Mordor. And my brawler cleared out some troubles in the Foundations of Stone. And I just managed after that to be able to get a little bit of time in Lothlorien. And you know what happens after you get into Lothlorien.
Yep.
And then my third item is things were going about normal for the week when the Doctor Who YouTube channel posted a little bit of a surprise announcement saying that there was going to be a special Doctor Who event from January 13th through the end of January. A crossover event with Eve. Now, I had not played EVE Online since the release of Mirkwood. But I thought, this sounds interesting, so I downloaded EVE and been playing a bit of EVE since then. So I'm going through all those training sessions where he goes through the career path training items, so I can remember how to do stuff, how to fight, how to do all the other things in there. And I figure that maybe perhaps I can last more than half a second the first time I run into a Dalek. We'll have to see how that goes, because you know how Daleks are.
Exterminate.
Yeah, I have a feeling, though, the first time I hear exterminate, I may be running for the nearest jump point.
When the first time you hear exterminate, it's already too late. You're dead. You've been exterminated.
You got a good point there. But anyway, so that's a little special event in EVE. So I've been playing a bit of EVE since then and doing a little training up for that. We'll see what's required and to actually participate in the upcoming event. And that's my week in LOTRO and gaming. Our top supporter this month is LOTRObuild.com. LOTRObuild.com is a full set of LOTRO databases that includes an items database, a relics database, and a titles database. Also, you can use it right from your Discord server with a LOTRO Build bot. We currently have 14 supporters on Patreon and feel like to join this illustrious rate of players and help support LOTRO players. You can go to the donations page. We can support the Players Alliance on Patreon. Your money would be used for podcast hosting, website hosting, and to pay for our live shows. We did not receive any emails this week. Like, since when? You can send it to podcast@loachplayers.com. You can also follow us on Twitter. The Players Alliance @Players Ally, Loach Players @Loach Players, Arendis @Arendis, Pineleaf @Pineleaf Needles, Senswinda @Senswinda, Terry Adwin @Terry Adwin, Guarendis @Guarendis, and Calibathian @Calibathian. And Krister is swinging a big sword in ESO.
He got his big sword finally.
It's so big, just like I want it.
The Players Alliance has 2 shows on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. USC Eastern Time. We have DDO Players News, assuming that Drac is available. And on Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. USC Eastern Time, we have a LOTRO Players News. You can join us for our shows at LOTROplayers.com/live. And that is all for tonight. And this is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.